Good afternoon and welcome to Customer Effects Training Webinars. My name is Dale Richter and today we're going to be talking about contracts for accounts. Using the SalesLogix web client, we'll look at creating new contracts and using contracts with our account records. Now in order to do that, I'm going to switch over to my web client. So why don't you hold on just a second and I'll switch over and we'll get started. Okay, so here we are in the SalesLogix web client now, and I'm currently looking at Abbott Limited, the account. You'll notice in the middle part of the screen that I have dragged the Contracts tab into the middle portion of the screen here. And we have several different contracts that have already been put against Abbott Limited here. Now I want to create a new contract here so we can see how that works, and once we have this contract on the account, then we can use that contract in conjunction with our service tickets. So let's go up to New here, and I'm going to click on New Contract to create a new contract for this account. And here's our new contract screen. So we have a reference number up here, and we can use our own reference number. So if we have some kind of numbering system that we currently use, we can just put that number in up at the top here. It's associated with Abbott Limited, and we can also associate it with a specific contact at Abbott Limited. So in this case, I've chosen John Abbott. Whether this contract is active or not, we can choose the active checkbox here. And we have comments where we can type in comments about our contract. This contract is beginning on April 1st. Now over on the right here we have service and our different types of service. Now this is just a pick list, so if you have names for your different service levels, we can certainly change those names here to meet your business needs. I'll just choose one of them there. And then we have contract type. Contract type, we have days, hours, incidents, and value. Now, there's definitions for each one of these, and I want to just take a moment to move back to my PowerPoint here, and we'll go through these different contract types. Okay, so here's our contract types. The first one is days. And you see it says the contract is tracked according to the number of days of services the account is purchased. This value is entered into the quantity box for the contract. When the contract type is days, and as activities are generated for the account, the value in the remaining box will decrement. The next one is hours. So if we use hours, the contract is tracked according to the number of hours of services the account is purchased. This value, the amount they have purchased, is entered into the quantity box for the contract. The total time then is calculated using the elapsed hours values for all activities generated for that account. As the activities are generated, the value in the remaining box decreases to reflect the number of hours on the contract, left on the contract. And then we have incidents. So with incidents, the contract is tracked according to the number of service calls the account has purchased. That value that they've purchased is entered in the quantity box for the contract. The total number of incidents then reflects the total number of tickets the account has opened. As tickets are opened, the value in the remaining box will decrease to reflect the number of incidents left on that contract. And then there's value. The contract is tracked according to the currency value placed on the services the account has purchased. So that value then, the dollar value, is entered into the list price or contract amount box for the contract. When the ticket activity is created against the contract, the activity's total value then is charged against the contract amount. The value in the remaining box decreases to reflect the amount left on the contract. And then the last one is perpetual, where the contract has no limit. The account can open an unlimited number of tickets and activities for an unlimited amount of time. So these are the different contract types, and you'll have to read those through and see what types you use within your business. I'm going to choose incidents here. And when I choose incidents then, in the quantity, I need to put the number of incidents that they have purchased then. And I've put the number 10. I also have a PO number here, so if they have a purchase order number that they have put on this purchase, we can enter that purchase order number here. Purchase date, of course I'd put in the purchase date there. And if we're going by dollar value or contract amount, of course, then we'd fill in these price here. We can also put in the list price here for what they've paid for it. Let's say $500. And we've given a $50 discount. If then you see the contract amount is $450. Okay, so once we've filled out all the information on the contract, then we just go ahead and click on Save. Always remember to save that. And then that is added to Abbott Limited. If I go back to Abbott Limited here, we'll see that that contract here for the Elite Care, incidents, active yes, quantity of 10 has been added to the list of contracts here. So now in order to use that, when I would create a new ticket for Abbott, so let's just go up and click on New, now click on Ticket here. As I create a new ticket, my third field down in that ticket dialog box allows me to choose my contract. So now you see the contract that we created, my Elite Care here. Highlight that and click on OK, and that is what I'm using for this contract. Now once I've created one ticket, it's going to decrement the amount left on that contract to 9. So let me go ahead and finish creating a ticket here very quickly. I'll just choose some information just for a sample. I'll choose a source here. I'll just put in the subject test and in the description test. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. And I'm going to move back to Abbott Limited here. And we have our contract of Elite Care. So I'm going to open that up. Or actually right here on this screen we can see, you'll see right here, that I had a quantity of 10 and now I have 9 remaining because I have created one ticket. So it'll decrement down for each ticket that I create. So again, on the account level then, we created the contract by clicking on New and New Contract. We could also do that from the Contracts tab. There's a plus sign over on the right-hand side to create a contract from there. Once we have created that contract, every time we create a new ticket, we are then allowed to choose that contract within that ticket. You notice from the ticket itself, we cannot just go in and create a new contract. So you'd have to make sure to go ahead and fill out your contract first, get it saved. Then as you create tickets, you can choose that contract to be associated with those tickets. This webinar has been from the SalesLogix web client about using contracts with accounts and also assigning new tickets using those contracts. I want to thank you all for joining me today and look forward to having you join me as I go through other webinars about the features of tickets. Thanks a lot for joining me and have a great day.